We're going to start today's meeting, and today it is emotional intelligence, or sometimes we call it as intelligent quotient. Right, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is about us being able to take care of our emotions, to use and to manage our emotions in a positive way, and be able to find ways to relieve stress and to communicate effectively. At the same time, we have empathize with others and overcome challenges and diffuse conflicts. Don't you think these are the values and the things that we learn in Toastmasters, in our leadership skills and communication skills? And I would like to share a few occasions where I see emotional intelligence right in my face. There was 2 days ago, I baked some local desserts for sales. And this is what I do normally, my paying hobby. And then I had this shop that I normally send my dessert for sales there. But yesterday, or 2 days ago, the shop just closed. They closed for 2 days and they didn't inform me. So that I have here my goodies all for sales. And then I can't keep it in the refrigerator. I can't keep it because I have to sell it all because it's fresh. So then I went to another restaurant cafe because I had breakfast there. So then I remembered that, hey, I can put my goodies here for sales. And I asked her, can I put it here for sales at your shop because you are a cafe, you're selling food and breakfast, and here I have local dessert for you. And she told me that it's not possible because in her shop, sometimes people eat the goodies, eat the cookies and things like that, and they walk away. They don't pay, not because they don't want to pay, it's just because that they forget, and sometimes they don't notice people are taking it off and things like that. So I said, oh, okay, but my cookies, my desserts are just nice for today. I can't keep it for tomorrow. I said, oh, really? I'm really sorry, I can't do it. So that is emotional intelligence at yeah, but I have another great incident that happened because I'm an area director and I'm in charge of a Tamil speaking club in Malaysia, in Johor. And my club only have like 8 or 7, and they are losing because of Deepavali and things like that. So then I called out to a friend who is half Chinese, half Indian. So I told her, would you be able to help me? Because I am in charge of a Tamil club and we are short of members. And you know what she did? She told me, I mean, in Tamil, Akka is a sister. She says, don't worry, Akka, I'll do it for you. And you know what she did? She posted it in FB. She even informed her mother's line, because her mother's all Indian, they are Tamil speaking. And she informed that. And I tell you, that is perfect emotional intelligence. This is a real good example. I mean, and she's a young girl. Right. Well, that's the theme of today, emotional intelligence. I'm passionate about emotional intelligence. And with that, I would like to introduce our role player for today. So we're an advanced club. We will only introduce you our grammarian, and that is Teresa. Teresa, could I have the word of the day?
Yes, the word of the day today is passionate. And I chose it because it is a positive way of expressing oneself. It also means overcoming challenges. If you are passionate, you can overcome your challenges. And if you are passionate, you can diffuse conflict, like Sabiria was telling us. And personal growth, Toastmasters are very passionate about their Toastmasters. I'll be looking for good grammar today and also turns of phrases that are interesting. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, our grammarian. Yes, we would like to welcome our guests to Personal Growth Advanced Leaders Online Toastmasters Club. Now, can I take just a few minutes to have guests introduce themselves? Is that okay with everybody before we start our speech? Right, can I have Calvin first? Yeah, Felix, can you introduce yourself in 2 sentences, please?
My name is Felix, and I was introduced by my sister Sabaria. Thank you. Back to you.
Yeah, Felix, you have Meng Po, yeah, introduce yourself, please.
Thank you, Felix and also Sabaria. Hi everyone, I'm Mingpo and I'm from Advanced Other Speakers. I got to know this club from Felix and just by 5 minutes ago. So I decided to join this club and have fun as well together. Thank you
Yeah.
and nice to meet all of you here.
Great, from an advanced club to another advanced club. Yes, Felix, I'm glad you don't go to Belarus, but you come here. Okay, the next one, can we have Keisha? Keisha coming on, yes. Keisha?
Hi everyone, I was also invited here by Sabaria. I am Keisha and I come from two clubs, Nielsen and also Cyber Stars Advanced Toastmasters Club. Both are clubs in District 102 based in Malaysia. Nice to be here with you tonight.
Thank you very much. Say hello to your doggy behind there. Elisa.
Yeah, hello
Introduce
everybody.
you.
Yeah, I'm also a friend of Phyllis. And I come from China and I'm a teacher. I'm passionate for today's theme, emotional intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah. I believe all of us have emotional intelligence, and we're not going to. I mean, that's all the yes we have, right? All four of you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Felix, for bringing your friends here. Now, I would like to call upon our evaluator because we have a prepared speech, and she's all ready to share with us her speech today. So, to do that, could I have Kashul to introduce our speaker and also the purpose of the project? Kashul, all yours.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The purpose of this project is for Fatima to demonstrate her skills as a leader and a public speaker. The purpose of this first speech is for her to introduce her plan and vision. Fatima is completing this project to achieve her Distinguished Toastmaster Award. She's contributing a great deal of time and effort to complete a project that benefits an organization.
Kaushal, I think it's John is doing the DTM project. I'm doing a reflection. Sorry
Reflection,
about
your part.
Are you not doing?
No, that's John's.
that. That's John. Mine is reflection on my part, so it's just no worries. I think John shared later tonight, so I think there was a bit of confusion.
Yeah. It's okay, Kashul. Yeah, it's okay. Project 5, right?
So it's a reflection on my part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the evaluation form I have here is Distinguished Toastmaster First Speech. So is that the wrong form?
Yeah, that is for John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
can you share my form which I shared with you with Kaushal, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I have already shared Fatima. I shared it to him on his WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, Kashul. Okay, I'll help Fatima to deliver her speech. It's about reflection of her path, okay, on her pathway. Okay, and I can't help telling everybody this, okay? Fatima is my mentor, and she's the reason why I am at this level in Toastmasters. And this lady that I love so much, both of them, husband and wife. So without much ado, I would like to present Fatima Afia with her speech, Reflect Your Path. All yours, Fatima. Thank you, Kashul.
Let me share my screen. Shomesh, can I share? Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen before I begin. Just give me a second. Good day to everyone. Let me ask you a question. Raise your hands, those who have completed one part of your pathways. Woohoo! I see a couple of hands or more, I see. Well done. Now, tonight I'm sharing my learning on strategic relationships and my learning and experience. Let me take through my skills and knowledge that I have developed over a period of time. Of course, I believe personal growth and my professional development equals achievement. That's how I take all my pathways that I have gained my experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to say that some of you may know I have completed 2 pathways. That is effective coaching and innovative planning. Now, there are 3 pathways in Toastmasters, what we call education program, that has HPL, high performance leadership. Now, in HPL program, you have to form a small committee, minimum 3 members, and then you have to have a series of meetings to explain, share your plan, and then implement your project. That's the most difficult. People or members believe these are the difficult pathways, but I'm happy I have done it because the learning is immense and I'm passionate about learning and I'm a lifelong learner. And ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, I'm almost near completion of 2 more projects. And tonight I'm doing my reflection. And then also I have 1 final project to do, reflection on team collaboration. Now, in most pathways, level 1 and 2 are almost similar. On level 2, the most interesting project that I have found is cross-cultural understanding. Now, all of you know, Joan and myself, we come from 2 different countries. I'm from the tourist destination Maldives, the beautiful country of Maldives, and Joan comes from a Western country. And you can imagine 2 of us falling in love and living in 5 countries can be challenging. And I shared my experience of cultural learning. That's really interesting. When you consciously talk about cultural understanding as a project, the context can be different. And this is something that made me think about and appreciate the life in Malaysia because there's so much diversity, cultural differences, but they live in harmony. Now coming back to the level 3, this is again a learning that I have found. The project that I liked most was making connection through networking. When we had our district officer training, I took on myself. Networking is important. And we had somebody brought in from Europe to run the session. This is totally different project, different learning that I experienced because the networking was such that she asked all the district officers. Now, as all of you know, you have 30 seconds to make an impression on the people you meet. And she got us into breakout rooms and she asked us to look at the people on the screen and memorize. And this helps you to become passionate in learning. And I will share in the next slides how that helps us to remember people. This is, as you can see on the screen, a picture from the district officer training. And on the left side, you can see a picture of a club officer who drew a picture of me. And she texts me saying, this is the picture I drew of you as a senior district officer. I don't know whether it represents me, but it was something personal that touched me because she took time to draw me. And because it was successful networking, John and myself, in a workshop we conducted, we applied this approach. And that you can see on the right side, a student drew the picture, John and Fatima. I don't know how they gave us quite, glasses. Both of us were given square glasses. But it's again appreciation of how people remember you when you do such exercises. Moving on. Now on level 4, I found interesting project was public relations strategy. Now in my professional life, I have done work with so many teams. I had my secretaries, my personal assistants. So I got help to develop and design different projects. But in Toastmasters, I have found that it falls onto the members to design your own programs. And just 2 months back, I was one of the key person actually to charter one of the clubs in District 102, which is called iLead. And as I became the vice president of membership, the plan for public relations strategy is that we'll be recruiting 8 members, and I will be working with the vice president of public relations, vice president of education, all members, all the exCos together. Now, level 5, ladies and gentlemen, it can be challenging. And now this is where most members, they find it difficult and they sit on the level 5 and take longer time. But believe me, it's not so difficult. Only challenge I had was I worked with a very new member who just joined Toastmasters. And we had a panel discussion as required at level 5. Lalita. And as you can see, I hope that, yeah, thank you for meeting. The committee member at the bottom, you can see the picture, who worked with me, including district director. The learning is that in Toastmasters, you want to share experience, transfer your knowledge, and give you others the learning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see at the top my 3 panelists in the panel discussion, including a district director. We had the first pathways code chair in District 102, and then we had program quality director from District 17. We had a very successful workshop on mentoring, and we had over 100 members attending the workshop. We also had Facebook Live. Now I will stop sharing, and I will say, ladies and gentlemen, of all the 3 parts I have finished, woohoo, finally done. I would say that there is no path in Toastmasters International that is challenging, that you should stop and say, okay, I cannot do. I assure you, each path, each project you do, you will learn. Now, when I started with effective coaching and innovative planning, it took time. Now I'm finishing my third part. My learning has been immense. I have learned to do designing. I have been learning so much and from all of you. And most of important of all, networking, being a good communicator. I say a big passing over, Sabaria. Thank you if you can mute. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters is a platform where you make friends, and I used to Zoom worldwide and got to know so many people. And speaking is not something I used to like because I'm very good at writing, and I used to write blogs. I used to write books. I used to be a writer, but here I am today. I think I can practice in Toastmasters platforms. So ladies and gentlemen, join Toastmasters and please continue with your projects. I assure you, you will be fantastic learners and be lifelong learners. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Fatima with her speech, Reflect on Your Path. And I enjoy that picture, both of the picture that you received. It is so nice and so cute. That's what you get. That is emotional intelligence, isn't it? People relate to you, people appreciate you for what you're doing. So let's move on to the next speech, which is DTM project. And to do that, to explain the purpose of the project, I would like to invite speech evaluator Satya. Satya, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabaria. Good day to you, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, a significant number of guests have joined us. I'm very happy to see all of them. Welcome to all of the guests who have joined here. Today, the speaker, Toastmaster John Khalid, on his way to become a distinguished Toastmaster, is going to deliver a speech to share the plan of a project that benefits an organization. All the best to the speaker. Over to TM Modi, Sabaria.
Thank you, Satya. With that, I would like to call upon John Khalid with his speech, DTM project. All yours, John.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Can I share, please? Okay. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Great. I will start. Whee! First speech of distinguished Toastmaster. I thought I'd never get it when I first started, but I'm here. And I have had a few bumps on the way. And the first thing is, what am I going to do for a project for my distinguished Toastmaster? That's the problem. And it's got to be, because some of the workshops I've been to, you've got to do it for at least 6 months plus. So it's not, you can do an OC or something like that at a meeting or which I did on a fest, a Pathways Fest. You can't do that. So the backstory to this project, last year, 2020, we approached AMU, Asian Metropolitan University, that Fatima was at, to start a club, a Toastmasters club. And we got all the way through. They were interested, great. And they went all the way through, had a demo meeting. And then, of course, you know what happened? Bang, COVID. So they put it off for a little while. In the meantime, myself and Fatima did a workshop at AMU. And we had around 60 students at that workshop. Now, when we said we did a workshop, we just done 2 hours, and it was just like an impromptu speech. But what we did was we give them the actual speech before the title, before they started, to make it easier for them. Now, there was a lot of students, as I say, female students there, and they're all from nurses. They're going on to be nurses, physiotherapists, and that sort of job at AMU. And to get them up to speak was excruciating. But me and Fatima were passionate about getting them to speak. So Fatima had to stand on the stage with them, holding their hand. That's how bad that they were trying to speak. Now, these are going to be nurses in the hospitals. These are therapists in the hospitals in Malaysia, but they were scared to speak. So we knew they needed something. So when it closed on COVID and the AMU said, we're going to leave it until COVID is over, we sat down and thought, we can't just leave them. We have to do something about it. Then we thought of the project. So what's happened is we put together 2-hour workshops every month for this year. So far, 5 have been done. The first one is on speech structure. The second one is on body language. The third one is on vocal variety. And that's how we started off on this project. A 1-year workshop university students to build their confidence on speaking. It also does what we call a double whammy. It keeps the faculty Toastmasters in their mind for that year, because we know at the end we're going to have a Toastmasters at AMU. So the first workshop, as I said, we went through, but I needed a team. I had my second in command who's sitting beside me, Fatima. And we are here, the main facilitators. And then we have 3 other facilitators from the Student Representative Council, because we went through what they call it SRC, through the Student Council, so that we could put them out. The Shiri, Thrash, and Valdidi. I'm not very good at names. And these are my 3 facilitators as well. This is our agenda on the body language. And you can see we give 15 minutes in that 2 hours. We try to put in as much as possible as we were doing it. And this is the body language on the 21st of July. At the end of every 3rd workshop, we do a contest. Our first people on that course were only 9. The contest had all 9 of them that participated. That's how far we'd got them to actually stand in front of somebody. And it was very daunting because 51 people turned up for that contest to watch them. So there was quite a few other students there watching them. Okay. And these, you can see up the corner there, the 3 winners, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And these are the participants, the contestants at the bottom. So the contest winners in the top corner. So they enjoyed themselves immensely. We started the second round, and we've already done the speech structure. On the 15th of December, we're going to do the body language. We've got 17 actually now taking part. And they're still not back to the university yet, but we've still got 17 actually taking part in the actual thing. So when we come round to the contest again, we're going to have another 17 in that contest. And we did have some of our people from Toastmasters, from MIM Toastmasters, as judges, because we had a number of judges for the contest. So this is, as I say, ongoing. And I'll stop sharing now. So the DTM project, as I said, as going through the DTM project, you have to get something which is at least 6 months, at least 6 months. This we've worked out for a year, so that we're going to go through a year. And I think at the end of that year, we would have changed quite a few people's lives. Even the facilitators that we got are getting stronger and stronger. And they're asking to take more responsibility in the actual presentation. So I will start sitting back and allowing them to near enough take over. So I'm going to be transformational leader in that sense. So when you get your DTM project, and I know some people have already got it, but if you can get your DTM project, look at something like this at the universities, the colleges, and you'll find something that you feel proud of. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, John. With the DTM project, we wish you all the best. We will also support you behind you. Right. I see Ahmad Shukri with us now. Okay. And we're going to move on to the next project, to the next event, which is the most exciting one, getting people to speak on your feet, even if you are sitting, no problem. You're passionate about speaking, you can do it sitting down or standing. And to do the table topic session, I would like to introduce Ahmad Shukri, DTM. Ahmad Shukri, all yours.
Thank you very much, TMOD, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. It's nice to see so many guests with us in this meeting. And it's a good chance for me as the table topics master to ask the guests some of my creative questions, since most of the club members are having assignments. So before I ask my first question, would our guest Saiful Ikram wants to take part?
Yes, I will take it.
Okay, the cue for me was your microphone, so I thought you are a good speaker. That's why I'm going to give you the first question. All right.
Thank you.
So my theme for this table topics session is the universal what if question. So what if the scenario that didn't happen? If you believe in a multiverse theory, there are a multiple number of you in a multiple number of earths in a multiple number of universes. So your question is, guest Saiful Ikram, what if you were a superhero? What is the first thing you will do?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my universe where I am the superhero, the almighty, all-knowing, like Thanos. I don't imagine myself as Iron Man because you know why? Too cranky. But I prefer like Thanos because he's just very strict. He have one purpose, to save the universe. By eliminating half of the population, according to the Maxwell economic theory, the overpopulated will create problem. So he's working on a very proven theory, the Maxwell economic theory. Half a population, then you can get more resources. And it's proven from planet to planet you're doing. So I want to be Thanos. Snap a finger, half population gone. Snap a finger, I got what I want. Should I be a superhero? Can be a supervillain. But this is my universe. What I care. I do what I want. So, ladies and gentlemen, here in my universe, I'll say like this. I can make it very simple. If you have a need, you just come to me, write an email, or maybe WhatsApp or anything, messaging. I'll consider it because I was a bit below than God because I will die someday. God will be not going to die. So I be and I try to be passionate to all my subject down there. Yeah. Try to be passionate. Try. That's the idea. Try to be passionate because I'm going to be first. Anyway, to be that, to answer the question, I'll be the Thanos, the superhero / super villain. Back to you, Ahmad Shukri.
Wow, thank you very much. Now, I was not expecting this answer, which steals from my second question. So can our guest, Denisa, if she wants to take part in our second question?
Okay, sure, I'll try.
Okay, just guest, Denisa. What if you can live forever?
What if I could live forever? As in, if I was an immortal? That would mean that I would probably be a passionate person, firstly, to be able to teach, I think, and pass down as much knowledge as I can about nature. So an example would be starting from teaching people about the elements, starting with air, helium, hydrogen, oxygen, methane, going up to fire, how fire can bring light, growth. Next, I'll go into water, which is bodies of the ocean, sea, and fresh water. Then I'll go to earth, try to teach everybody about all the different species on the planet. That's what I would do if I could live forever. If I had that immortal life, I would teach everyone to love planet Earth so that they wouldn't try to colonize another planet they're trying to colonize another exoplanet, as well as trying to colonize Saturn's moons and even Mars. So yes, I guess that if that would answer your question, that would be my reply if I could live forever. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, guest Denisa. That was a very philanthropic answer. If I were in your place, I would do a pragmatic approach to this. I'll go collect all the antiques and keep them long enough because I live forever. Then I sell them for a higher price. Move on, our third guest, Felix, if you want to take part. Okay, here we go. I think you're ready. Felix, what if in your own universe, what if you can fly?
Brother Saiful, I will fly to you because I will propose, why not we form a team, alliance team. I have a passionate, I will help you, support you, your plan, teach me. I'm also be a good partner. Although you're a superpower, why not? I can fly away. I can travel you. Instead of you just click your finger, no fun, no joy. Fly with me, hold my hand, although I'm thin, but I fly you to the moon, to the sun, everywhere you like. I'm your good partner. Before that, just listen to my words. Don't easily destroy anything. Just give people opportunity to live because they have a passionate, they have their objective, they want to achieve their goal. Like some join in Toastmaster, some not, but some plan to. After they are listened to our two speakers' speech, they feel passionate, he want to join Toastmaster. Is it true? Trust me. Give people an opportunity, a chance. Don't simply click your finger. Before I end my speech, listen to me again. Give people a chance. Don't demolish their hope or their inner potential. This is a beauty of the power of belief. Back to you.
Thank you very much indeed, our guest Felix. If I were in your place, I would save hundreds of dollars on tickets because I can fly. I don't have to use any airplanes. All right, our guest Alisa, if you want to take part. My next question.
Okay.
All right, Alisa, now, what if in your own universe, you become invincible? Nobody can see you.
Oh, wow. A superpower for me. I will help some others. Maybe they are some accident. They got an accident in the moment. I can save him. Yeah, and helping to get rid of this accident, this occasion. They leave me, I will appear and disappear. Yeah, that is what I thought. Is it enough time? I don't know.
We actually request people to speak for a minute, but it's fine. I mean, if it's, table topics is difficult, can be difficult sometimes, so it's fine. Thank you very much, Alisa. Actually, the question of, do you want to be flying or do you want to be invincible is a classic question asked for many people to discover their true intention in life. So if you want to be the visible extrovert, then you choose to fly. If you want to be an introvert, you choose to be invincible. My last question for our last guest, Keisha, if you want to take part. Yes.
Yes.
In your own universe, Keisha, what if you can read minds? What if you can read minds?
If I could read people's mind, I think there is one person that I would want to know what's running through his mind. That would be President Donald Trump, because he has such big plans from what he was before a politician to what he's doing now. I'm so curious to what goes through his mind, having all the authority to control the things of this world. What does he think of the first thing in the morning? And what is the last thing that he thinks of at the end of the day? I think his Twitter, yeah, maybe he puts in his real emotions there sometimes, but I don't think he reveals all of them there. What does he think about his wives, his mistresses? I want to know that. And what are his priorities in life? Does he care more about the nation or he cares more about his own benefit? That's one person not related to me that I would want to know what's running through his mind. But jokes aside, if it's not for Trump, I would still want to know what the people around me are thinking, or perhaps my manager, my boss, so that I know at the end of a performance review for the year, I know how to cater my conversation to make sure I get good increment for this year. That would be perhaps someone that I know that I would want to read that person's mind. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you to all our guests for wonderful participation. My last thought to leave you with is that instead of thinking what if and what if scenarios, maybe you can think of what's next. You only have one life to live, and that life should be worth it. Thank you very much. Be whatever you want to be. And back to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you very much for that interesting, intriguing, passionate table topics. Wow, yeah. I would like to take this chance to also introduce Tanisha, whom I spoke about earlier on, about the little girl that helped me and posted about me looking for members for the Tamil Club that I said is intelligent, emotional intelligence for you. So that was Tanisha, and she came in slightly late, okay? Thank you so much. So I would like to go on to the next, which will be our general evaluator and your team of evaluators. And Vita, all yours.
Anvita,
Person Vita?
was late, and
For the-
I think she's not
Oh.
here now. She had something else to do, so I'm doing the role today of general.
Oh, yeah,
evaluation.
yeah, yeah. I
No
thought it was
worries.
going to be.
It's okay.
Okay, yes. Okay, so it's going to be President Shomes for the evaluator.
Thank you very much.
Evaluation, yeah.
So we have, as they say, the tag team, timer, our counter, grammarian, and then we have our evaluators. So I would like to request, no, actually, yeah, maybe if Kathy, if you can help us with the time for the speeches, the 2 prepared speeches. Thank you very much. Please unmute.
Sorry, I clicked on the unmute button, but it didn't cooperate. Fatima's speech was 12 minutes and 13 seconds. And that's, I mean, she had a 10 to 12 minute speech. And John's speech was 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
very
he
much,
brought
Kathy.
in time.
Thank you. Now we go to our speech evaluators, I would say. And to evaluate the first speech of Fatima's reflection on her end of one path, the strategic relationships, I would like to invite Kaushal Gupta to the virtual stage. Kaushal, the stage is yours. Thank you very much.
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I'm going to evaluate Fatima's speech. I apologize for reading from the incorrect evaluation form earlier. Anvita sent me the correct form, but I was looking at the wrong place. But I now have the correct form, and the purpose of Fatima's speech was to reflect on the path that she just completed. There are about a dozen different paths you can take in Toastmasters. Paths ranging from visionary communication to engaging humor to strategic relationships. Strategic relationships is the path that Fatima completed and was reflecting on. Each path has 5 levels. And Fatima, I'm glad that you did not spend too much time talking about levels 1 and 2 because, as you mentioned, they are pretty much the same in each path. So from level 3 on is where each path really specializes. And that's where the bulk of your speech was. You talked about the special projects that you did in this path, which is great. You talked about the people you met, the experts that you brought on board, which is also great. What I would have liked to see was a bit more about what those special projects really pushed you to do. What were the special challenges you faced, and what did you really find difficult about this particular path? Because I'm always so curious about what other paths are like. What did you stumble on? What mistakes did you make? What mishaps happened? And there must have been some mishaps in these big projects involving so much coordination among people. I would have liked some details on that. But you did put other personable details, like you put that drawing that somebody made of you and John. It is cute and nice to have little details like that, because it shows that you had a good personable experience with this path. Also, although I was mostly focused on your slides, I also looked a bit at you during the presentation, and I could tell that you had great eye contact with the audience, and you were good at using your hand gestures. So you knew your speech very well. You were speaking from your heart, and you were not really relying on notes, which is great. I liked how you ended the speech by mentioning that every path, no matter how difficult it is, it can be done, and how you mentioned that your preferred communication style is through writing, but this path challenges you to go beyond that. So thank you, Fatima, for telling us more about the strategic relationships path that you completed, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Kaushal, for a great evaluation. Now we will come to the second evaluator of this evening, Satya, Toastmaster, who will evaluate John's speech on his DTM project, the first speech of his DTM project. Over to you, Satya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Somesh. Excellent speech, DTM John Khalid. I liked it very much. I liked your introduction, shouting, and as though you're making all the babies here, Toastmasters, to wake up from their slumber or a sleep, deep sleep. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The whole start of the speech was very well done. If I were to look at the content, it was very interesting. The whole lot of workshops you did, quite intensive workshops. And the most difficult part which you mentioned also impressed me a lot. Your passionate way of delivering all those workshops. And who are the audience? Audience were the physiotherapists, nurses. It's very difficult to, as we can realize as an audience, for a professional like a nurse or a physiotherapist to be very strong in communication. So your training, I'm sure, over a period of 1 year has taken, they have learned many lessons. The next part I liked about the entire topic was very well chosen by you, what you did, the entire plan of how you have planned it, the whole ideation, the execution, and also involving your fellow Toastmasters and other people who, in fact, Fatima also, to join you, to help you in the year-long adventure of teaching these people. I liked each one of the things very much. Unfortunately, that club couldn't be launched because of the COVID that got delayed. That's again, some emotional touch was also there in your speech, which I liked, which our audience would certainly take home. The final part, which I liked about your speech, is the call for action or key takeaway. You finally, when you concluded, you said, these are the things you may need to approach a university or a college to deliver these kind of workshops, which will help you in your journey towards achieving a DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters. If I were to suggest only one, in fact, to challenge yourself, though there were significant gestures, I would have liked you to stand up and deliver. Stand up and deliver like this, so that we could see your entire body. Your body movements and all would have come better clear, though you were you are moving your hands very well. I could notice that. Barring that, in summation, I found that your speech was very interesting, very valid and relevant for me to, since I am also looking forward to become a DTM one sooner or later. It's very useful for me also to take home the points that you made in essentially a long journey of 1 year workshops. Congratulations to you. All the best to you in your future speeches. Back to G.
Thank you very much, Satya. Another great evaluation, Toastmaster Satya. Well done. What were the timings, Kathy? If we could just get the timings. Thank you very much.
Just the evaluation or everybody?
Yes, only the evaluation. Thank you.
Kushal was 3 minutes and 19 seconds, and Satya was 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Excellent. So both are within the time limits if we had a competition. So well done to both the evaluators. In terms of my role as general evaluator, I do not evaluate the speeches, but I evaluate the evaluators. And coming to Kaushal's evaluation, as usual, you're a DTM as well, Kaushal. So congratulations. Great evaluation. And I think the way you have started off with appreciation and then you have actually given a recommendation as well. And I think we do expect recommendation. Being an advanced club, it is always good that the evaluators try and give recommendations that are really helpful for the speakers to get to the next level. And I think you did it, Kaushal, very well in terms of informing Fatima that she could have included some challenges that she faced while she was doing those levels and projects. So that's an excellent suggestion. And I would say Fatima would include it in her next speech whenever she gives a similar one. So congratulations and thank you so much, Kaushal, for that evaluation. And over to Satya's evaluation. Again, great evaluation. And again, a very good recommendation, I would say. In the Zoom world, giving the either we are too close or we are too far, or so it's very difficult to understand how to use the small space that we have in the Zoom world. And you have given a good recommendation in terms of getting up and speaking. I think it's a good one. It helps us to get a little bit in terms of in-person meetings, because when we are actually meeting people in person and when we are looking at some speeches, we see the whole person. So I think there's a great recommendation, Satya, and I think we all should try and incorporate it in one of our speeches. Now, coming to the whole how we went through the, okay, before doing that, I think I would like to ask our counter to help us understand how we did in terms of our crutch words. Thank you very much, Rosie.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Somesh, and also the general evaluator. However, I am very sorry to disappoint you, because as an advanced club, I couldn't find any crutches at all, even with the guests that we have tonight. They're all amazing. No crutches. Sorry to disappoint you, general evaluator. Back to you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done, everyone. This is what is the standard of an advanced club is. And I think all the guests are Toastmasters member in many clubs. So I think they are bringing in that experience with them to our club. So thank you so much for participating in the table topics as well, everyone. And I think everyone was very passionate, but unfortunately, no one used the word passionate. So I would like to, or maybe someone used and I did not hear properly. So I would like to help our grammarian to please help us understand how we use the word of the day and how our grammar was during the whole meeting. Thank you very much, Teresa.
So the word passionate was actually used 7 times, and our winner was Felix. He had used it 3 times in his table topics, and Scheifel had used it twice. And if I missed any other ones, I'm sorry, but other people did use it, especially our GE. Somesh just got one in under the line. As for grammar, I was a teacher for 30 years. Can you believe it? And I didn't really hear any grammatical errors, but I heard some great words that really focused on our theme today, like philanthropic, demolish the inner power. Like, I thought that was wonderful. And one of our guests also used the word taper. And I think moving ahead, what's next, as Ahmed challenged us, invincible. That's what we're looking for, being invincible, and that's emotional intelligence. Back to you, Mr. GE.
Thank you so much, Teresa. I think when Ahmed was talking about invisible, he sounded like invincible, but invincible is an amazing word. I think invincible, I would say, in our normal sense of living in this earthly planet, won't mean that we never fall down or anything like that. It means that we come up. Every time we fall down, we come up. Resilience. I think in this earthly planetary system, resilience is invincibility. How resilient we are. If we are very resilient, then we are actually invincible. Thank you so much, Teresa. Now, the overall flow of the meeting, excellent. Sabaria started bang on time, and hopefully we'll end bang on time. Great topics by Topics Master DTM Ahmed. Ahmed actually achieved the DTM from our club. So it's really great to have the first DTM from Personal Growth Leaders. So that's really great. And so many wonderful guests we have today. Thank you so much for taking your time to come to this meeting. We really appreciate and your wonderful contribution in the topics. I think Ahmed had a great idea of including the guests in the topics, and this is really great. And it looks like John and Fatima are leaving. Thank you. So thank you so much, everyone. It's been a great meeting as usual. And I would like to, again, give a huge round of applause to all the guests who participated in the topics and actually increase the standard of Personal Growth Leaders come. club by being here. So thank you so much. And we look forward to meeting you and being with you and hearing from you every week. Thank you so much. Have a great day.